Hello, and welcome. If you've clicked on this video, perhaps you're going through a time when you feel invisible, when your contributions go unnoticed, when you speak and feel unheard, when you wonder if you matter at all in this vast, busy world. You're not alone in this feeling. Now settle in. Let's travel together to a small village, nestled between rolling hills and whispering woods, where an old lamp sits forgotten in the darkness of a cellar. In the corner of Mrs. Chen's antique shop, down a narrow wooden staircase that creaked with age, sat a small brass lamp. It wasn't ornate like the crystal chandeliers that hung in the shop's front window. It didn't gleam like the silver candlesticks customers admired. This lamp was simple, humble. Its brass had dulled, and dust settled into the gentle curves of its base. Day after day, it sat on a forgotten shelf, watching other lights be chosen and carried away to brighten someone's home. The lamp had been there so long that even Mrs. Chen sometimes forgot it. Customers would browse the cellar, their eyes scanning for treasures. Their fingers traced vases and lifted figurines. But they always looked past the lamp, as if it were invisible. The lamp began to believe what the silence told it, that it was unremarkable, had nothing special to offer, and was meant to remain in the darkness, watching others step into the light it could never provide. Sometimes, late at night when the shop was quiet, the lamp would imagine being chosen, lit, casting a warm glow across someone's table, being the gentle light that welcomed someone home after a long day. But morning would come, and with it, more people who looked past it. The lamp's sadness wasn't loud. It was quiet, persistent, like a steady drizzle that soaks through everything. The ache of feeling forgotten, of having love to give, but no one to receive it. One autumn evening, as the sun dipped below the hills and painted the sky in amber and rose, dark clouds began to gather. The wind picked up. The storm arrived with a vengeance. Lightning split the sky. Thunder shook buildings. Then, the power went out. The village plunged into darkness. In the shop, Mrs. Chen fumbled in the dark for her flashlight. The batteries were dead. The chandeliers were silent shadows. The silver candlesticks gleamed faintly but gave no light. Outside, the storm raged. Power lines were down. Repair crews couldn't work safely until morning. The village would remain in darkness through the night. Mrs. Chen made her way to the cellar, feeling along the walls. Her fingers traced vases, figurines, frames. And then something small and solid. The forgotten lamp. She lifted it carefully. It felt heavier than she remembered. In her apron pocket, she found an old book of matches. Her fingers trembled slightly as she struck one. The match lit, revealing the lamp's dull brass surface, somehow warm in the flickering light. The wick was old, but intact. She touched the match to it, and slowly, gently, the lamp began to glow. The light was not bright or flashy. It didn't illuminate the cellar or cast dramatic shadows. But it was steady, warm, real. Mrs. Chen carried the lamp upstairs. For the first time in years, the little light left its corner. Its glow revealed forgotten details, the intricate woodwork of the shelves, the gentle curves of pottery, the way shadows and light could dance together. Outside, the storm continued. But Mrs. Chen felt calm. She placed the lamp on her table and made tea. Sitting in its gentle circle of light, she realized something profound. The chandeliers needed electricity. The silver candlesticks needed candles. But this lamp needed only a wick, a bit of oil, and a flame. It had been ready to give light all along. Through the window, she saw neighbors moving through the darkness. Without thinking, she placed the lamp in the window. Its glow became a beacon. One by one, people noticed the light. Not because it was the brightest, but because it was the only one shining. Mer Rodriguez, caught in the storm with his dog, used the glow to find his way. The Morrison family, returning from a walk, saw the light and knew they were close to home. Throughout the night, the brass lamp became the heart of the village's navigation through darkness. It didn't try to be something it wasn't. It simply offered what it had: steady, warm, reliable light. Mrs. Chen watched as neighbors helped neighbors, guided by the lamp. She saw what she had never seen before. The lamp wasn't small because it was inadequate, it was small because it was perfect for its purpose. It didn't need to fill a ballroom with light. It only needed to offer enough guidance for one person at a time. When morning came and the power returned, Mrs. Chen did something she had never done. She moved the lamp from the cellar to her main counter. Not because it was now valuable, but because she finally understood it. The lamp had spent years believing it was overlooked because it wasn't enough, but it had been overlooked because people didn't recognize what they truly needed. In the brightness of artificial light, they had forgotten the reliability of simple flame. In the glamour of grand fixtures, they had missed the beauty of humble service. The lamp learned that being unseen isn't the same as being unimportant. All those years in the corner, it had been developing its readiness. The dust hadn't ruined its light, it had simply hidden it until the moment of need. From that day forward, the lamp lived differently. It no longer waited to be chosen to feel valuable. Its worth wasn't in being noticed, but in being ready when darkness fell. And darkness did fall not just that one night, but in many moments when people needed comfort, guidance, or a reminder that warmth still existed. The lamp was there for all of it. Steady, reliable. A quiet presence that asked for nothing, but gave everything. Mrs. Chen told visitors the story of the lamp that saved the village. But the lamp knew a deeper truth. It hadn't changed that night. It had simply revealed what had always been there: the capacity to transform darkness into light, isolation into connection, and to help the lost feel found. The lamp understood that there's a difference between being overlooked and being positioned. Sometimes, we are placed in quiet corners not because we are forgotten, but because we are being prepared for the moment when our light is exactly what the world needs. The little brass lamp discovered that its greatest strength wasn't in competing with chandeliers. Its power was in being what it was: a steady, reliable source of light to guide others through darkness. Perhaps you, too, have been sitting in your own corner, feeling invisible, wondering if you matter. Perhaps you've been waiting for someone to notice you, to choose you. But what if you've been in preparation, not punishment? What if your quiet presence, your steady reliability, your willingness to offer what you have, what if these aren't signs of inadequacy, but evidence that you are exactly what someone needs? The world is full of bright lights and grand gestures. But sometimes, what people need is someone who is simply there. Steady and warm. Someone who doesn't need attention to offer their gifts. Someone whose quiet presence is a lifeline. Your light matters. Not because it's the brightest, but because it's yours. Because it's ready. Because in this vast world, you have the power to be the steady presence that guides someone through their storm. May you find the courage to let your light shine, not for the applause of others, but for the quiet joy of knowing you are exactly who you were meant to be. May you trust that your time in the shadows was not time wasted, but time preparing you for the moment your gift would become exactly what the world needed. Be well, and rest easy. If this story brought you peace or recognition, I'd be honored if you'd like and subscribe. And in the comments, share a time when you felt overlooked, but later realized you were exactly where you needed to be. Your story might be the light someone else needs. Until next time, remember, you are not forgotten, you are positioned.